Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 18, called Baby Bump in the Road. So we start off with Carly. She's at her house. She goes to her daughter's room, Jasmine. Immediately looks at her phone and just like, oh, who you talking to? I guess trying to parent Jasmine and whatnot. Jasmine talking about she 28, so Carly, I feel like she's just doing this for show. Then she wants to tell us in the confessional that Jasmine is a spoiled brat. You know, she don't be helping her with her store, don't be supporting her, none of that. And all she's worried about, all the stuff that she gets from Carly. But at the end of the day, Carly, she's not spoiled by herself. You have a lot to do with that. And we've seen that when you guys went on the family reunion season, when Jasmine was like, she just wants a mom, she doesn't want a friend. And I feel like that's all Carly tried to be, is the friend that says, oh, I could get this for you, I could get that for you, you know. So she's not a spoiled brat by herself, Carly. You created that. So anyway, Carly, I think she got on Jasmine just because she's still upset about the whole Spice thing, because she talks to Jasmine about that. And as Carly says, Jasmine is all she's got. So I think that's why Carly goes a little bit harder on Jasmine than she needs to. So Jasmine ain't trying to hear none of that. She's just like, okay, you just being dramatic, you being extra. Because Carly was getting a little emotional about the whole thing. And Jasmine was just like, girl, please, just have a talk with Spice and that, let it be that. So to me, I'm like, the fact that your daughter is looking at you like you doing the most and you just need to have a conversation with Spice just lets me know that, Carly, you just being dramatic just to be dramatic, just to get us talking about you on this show. And we could be talking about you actually being in the studio and working. You don't got to be dramatic with it. That's just, my personal opinion. But, Cardi gonna be dramatic just to be dramatic, just to be the dramatic effect for the show, just to be messy for the show. So at this point, season 10, are we really surprised? No. So she said she's gonna prove everybody wrong. So hopefully you do, Carly. We rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I don't wish bad on nobody. So listen, you got number one in the reggae song with Spice at the moment, I believe, if not a few weeks ago. So looks like you're doing good. We move on to Sierra. So she's in New York with her boo thing, Eric. And come to find out, their house in Atlanta got burglarized. They show some of the video clips of that. And Sierra, she's scared. So she don't even want to go back to the house no more. She wants to move. And they stole $500K worth of stuff. So I don't know how they got in the house. If you guys didn't lock up, that doesn't stop people from breaking in your house regardless. But that does suck. And I can imagine, even the house is not even fully finished yet, I don't believe. So all that sucks. And she's scared, understandably so. So she don't even want to go back to the house. She's talking about she wants to move. Eric is just like, we just bought the house a few months ago. So what, you trying to go back to an apartment or whatnot? Sierra's like, no, she's not saying that, but she don't want to go back to the house. So Eric is annoyed. He's frustrated. And he's like, we're just wasting money at this point if we're just going to move after just buying the house. The house is not fully renovated. And Sierra's like, well, I don't care. I'm not going back to the house. You could go back to the house. I'll get my own place and we'll just link up when we can, but I'm not going back to the house. Now, in this instance, I could understand Sierra, because when you get robbed, you feel like your privacy has just been stripped away. So I completely understand where she's coming from. And at the same time, I understand where Eric's coming from. Like, we just got this house. The house is not even fully renovated yet. And yes, unfortunately, we got burglarized. But maybe we could just put stronger security in the house and stuff. Yes, but I think in this case, Eric, maybe just give her some time. Because I feel like if I was in that position, I wouldn't want to go back to the house either. Because any little thing is like, I'm like, because when I used to live with my parents when I was little, we've been burglarized before, and I couldn't sleep for nights, in my little room, because my room had 2 windows, and I was like, oh, what if they come through? So I completely get it. But eventually, as time went on, I was able to sleep again without the night, because it was at the time, not even a night light, like a whole lamp had to be on for the whole night. Eventually, I got over it, and I was able to turn the light off again. So I think maybe just give her time to let it pass. Hopefully, get stronger security, like Eric said, and maybe she'll be more comfortable to come in the house again. So I think in this case, just give her some time, Eric and Sierra. Just take all the time you need, but hopefully You could go back because that was your, as y'all said, y'all dream house. So I would go back. I wouldn't, 500,000 worth of stuff is a lot. That's a lot. And I know you probably listen. At the end of the day, give it time. Give it time. I understand, but give it time. We're gonna move on because I'm gonna talk too much about that. We get Spice, Mita, Shekinah, Spice's mom, Spice's sister, I believe Spice's daughter. They're all coming together to find out if Spice got nominated for a Grammy. And in the meantime, they talk about Jock's wedding and him having a baby. We don't care about that because we're already going to talk about it later on in this review. But Spice is having a fashion show and she invites Mita, she invites Shekinah, and says everybody's invited and going to be there. So she don't want no type of drama, but here go Mita's messy behind saying, oh, can her and Jock walk together down the aisle for the fashion show? And she want to give a little smirk. Mita, please. Please. Why even do that? And we see she's going to be acting a fool next episode at the fashion show. Mita, please. We don't even really know who you are. Or I don't, So we don't need to be doing all this. But I understand we have to be dramatic and do crazy stuff for the TV show. But I'm like, it's not a good look. Like, you really just trying to create drama. Like, let Carly do that. We know Carly for that. Okay? You talking about you on the Grammy board and all that stuff. Like, why be in all this stuff? For what? For why? So we finally get to see, or hear the lady going down the list of who's nominated for the Grammy for Best Reggae Album. And of course, the last one they mentioned was Spice. So everybody's happy about that. Spice cries. She says she's worked so hard for it, which I do believe. And I'm proud of you, Spice, for that. Unfortunately, I don't think she won the Grammy. So that's unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. You got nominated. And listen, you'll get nominated for more, and I'm sure you'll win one eventually. So rooting for you, Spice. We move on to Sierra and Eric. They go for a walk, and unfortunately, it looks like Sierra's mom was with them in New York, and I guess they went to a family party, and Sierra's mom drank so much that they had to bring her to a hospital. And so now she's having a very bad liver. Later on, we find out she has a fatty liver, and I forgot the condition of her liver that Sierra mentioned, but it's to the point where the mama can't drink no more. And that's very unfortunate. And the mom said she's going to check herself into a detox center. So that's good. And I just hope she could stick through with it because drinking is no joke. And I wish a lot of people realize that. I don't think, I'm sure a lot of people know, but I don't think they realize it can happen to anyone. I feel like they're like, oh, okay, that's that person. They drink, all day, all night, all afternoon, all morning, and all this stuff. It's not going to happen to me. I just drink at nighttime. It can still happen to you because everybody's body is different. Their body reacts differently to how much alcohol they drink. Someone can drink loads of alcohol all day and night and be fine, but eventually pass away from it. And some people could just drink hard liquor every night and still pass away from it. It just depends, So I just wish there was more awareness on alcoholism. I know that's not a real word. I'm just being me. But that's just very unfortunate for the mom. And hopefully she does get better. Hopefully she does, stop drinking because I'm pretty sure no one's going to like that, especially her daughters, if she passes away from that. So hopefully she can get it together. We get to Spice and Carly. So Spice visits Carly in the studio. I guess Carly called up Spice and apologized. And Spice accepted and came to the studio to see if Carly was really serious about making this thing happen with her music career. So I guess Carly was able to fix some things and finish some things on the song. So she let Spice hear the, rough draft of the finished version. And for the most part, Spice does like the song. She wishes that the chorus would be changed up a little bit, but she appreciates that it seems like Carly is actually taking this whole thing serious and invites her to the fashion show, and she doesn't want no drama. And Carly said she's not going to bring no drama, but knowing this show, knowing Love and Hip Hop, there's always some drama that's going to come and happen eventually, some way, somehow. So, Take it with a grain of salt, Spice. Any event that happens, there's always some drama. So, but we got to say we don't want no drama to make it seem like it's gonna be all easy breezy, lemon squeezy. But it's not gonna be. We move on to Scrappy, Rich, and Jock. They meet up at a cigar bar to talk. Of course, immediately as Jock gets there, Scrappy and Rich confronts him about all the allegations and rumors going on with the baby and with Mita. And Jock says it's all internet stuff. He denying anything and says Kendra know anything that's going on with him. So it's all Gucci where they at. And here goes Rich talking about him and Erica Mina when they were, going for a walk, and she was talking about Mita and stuff. Scrappy looking at him like, wait, hold up. You walking with Erica Mina? Like, what is going on here? I don't know what's going on with my cousin. I don't know what's going on with Rich. Like, I just been in quarantine for 1 week. Listen, Scrappy, a lot can happen in 1 week. I'm sure it was over the course of weeks, but because you just trying to stay in your little corner and just do right by your wife and your kids and just focus on you and your music. But, a lot of things be going out in these streets. So then now Jock, it was like, yeah, what you got going on seems way more interesting than what I got going on. Not really, Jock, but okay, just to get to deflect and get things off of you, sure, so you're not in the hot seat. Okay, we're gonna put it on Rich. And Rich ain't trying to answer nothing because he's just like, okay, wow, it's late. I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta cut this little chat short. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys later. So he dips out, and that's where that scene ends. Rich, okay, we already know what you're trying to do, but okay, dip out. We move on to Kendra meeting up with Bambi. Erica does come in a few minutes later, and listen, being the good friend that she is, if I wasn't close with Kendra, I wouldn't tell her. I already said that, but Bambi, being the good friend that she is, tells Kendra about what Jock got going on with the baby and Mita. So then Erica comes in and continues saying what she heard about Mita. Then, granted, Kendra and Jock are just coming back from their honeymoon from Miami and Virgin Islands. I would have thought they would went somewhere else, but if that's where they wanted to go, that's fine and everything. I just expected them to go somewhere else for their honeymoon, but whatever, it is what it is. And just to be on the high and come back to find out all that stuff, that's unfortunate. And Kendra's upset, of course, and Ugly cries. And I have to ask myself this: is she really being genuine and crying? Because we find out later in this episode she already knew about the baby situation. So I don't know if she's just doing this for show or genuinely hurt. But she ugly cries, goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. She's still crying, calling him a piece of shit. And had she known about it, she wouldn't have married Jock. But you did know about it, and you still married Jock. So, okay, Kendra. But I guess the producer asked Erica what would she do if she was in Kendra's position. So Erica, trying to be the crazy girl that she has said, she would cut off Jock's, thing down there, feed it to him, and watch him poop it out the next day. But your man was doing stuff while y'all's together, and he's still intact currently. So you just talking to the camera just to be dramatic to Erica. But okay, we're gonna go with what you say in this moment. Sure, yeah, that's exactly what you okay. But anywho, so I guess they talk about Sierra and how she knew about it. So of course they call Sierra to confront her. Sierra tells her all about what done happened at Spice's party. And then while she's talking with Sierra, who FaceTimes Kendra? Jock. So as soon as she answers, she goes off on Jock, like, you got me embarrassed out in these streets. I brought my mom, my brother, all that stuff. What all I've been through, and you're gonna, put me out here like this, embarrassing me like this. And Jock, what did Jock say? He said, you gonna fall for all of that? And I'm just like, but we find out later in the episode it's true. We find out later in the episode both y'all knew about this. So why are we playing for? For play? No, we all gonna see this episode. That's why you know this fake. I mean, we all knew it was fake before, but okay, all right, Jock. But he denies it all and tells tells them to call Mita. So he gives out Mita's number, and Bambi calls Mita, FaceTimes her, and Mita said the last time they messed around was 2019, but the last time they actually had sex was a year or two prior to that. But Carly asked, "Did you guys hook up in 2020?" And you nod your head yes. So you getting your dates messed up, Mita. I don't know what you on, but you it seems like you don't know what year y'all did what. You just trying to go around from what you said. It seems like you don't even remember what you done said, and you just making things up as you go. I don't know. I'm not saying you didn't do nothing with Jock, cause I mean, Jock did admit that y'all did have sexual relations years prior, but I mean, y'all was seen together in 2020, so who knows what y'all did after that game night that Erica was talking about. But after she done said that, it looks like Jock was hung up on Kendra, and Kendra said she gonna go to a motel. So we move on to Sierra. Sierra and Eric, they bring the mom back from her detox, because she went to a detox center. So I guess she came back, and they just sit down with her and Eric's mom, and that's where they find out that she has a fatty liver. And I forgot like I said, I don't remember the complication with her liver that Sierra specified what the name of it was. But the mom can't drink no more, and if she does, she'll end up passing away, unfortunately. So no one wants that, because Eric's dad died because of that cause at 51, and that's the age that Sierra's mom is now. So they don't want none of that to happen. And I just hope Kim, which is Sierra's mom, doesn't drink no more. Hopefully she learns this is not the best for her. And I understand that someone who may have an addiction, it may be hard for them to just stop cold turkey. But in this case, when it's literally life or death at this point, hopefully they can keep her underway, because I know sometimes triggers can just make you want to drink again and you just don't give a F, just like Eric's mom said. But we're hoping that doesn't happen, because I can only imagine how Sierra's going to feel if that were to happen. Like, just please, hopefully, Kim, please, for all of us, we all rooting for you. We don't want you, passing away prematurely than you need to be. So hopefully she can stay on the straight and narrow, but it's going to take a lot of, unfortunately, monetization. That's not a word, but I'm creating the word. Hopefully all her girls, all her kids could just keep watch over her and make sure she stays on the straight and narrow. Moving on to Kendra. She was at the motel for a few days. So she comes home, confronts Jock about all the allegations, all the rumors. And Jock says, it's just rumors. Kendra said, it ain't no rumors, because it's true. And she lets us know in the confessional that it's true. So then that's when it goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. And that's when Kendra lets us know that she was pretending all about, she didn't know, and pretending that, the baby, like she's just finding out about this baby thing that they put on blast. And in 2019, they did take a break, and they did it other people, and she don't put nothing on Jock for what he done did, because she was doing her too. But she just wished she was more smart with it and wasn't reckless and getting people pregnant out in these streets, because they did come back together. And, he was upfront with it when they got back together that, he effed the old girl, and now she pregnant, and, she had the baby and all that stuff. So Kendra already knew about it from jump. And for me, I'm just like, but why pretend like you didn't know? Why? I feel like it would have came better if it was like, okay, well, listen, I know the situation, and he told me about it. We were on a break at the time. So now that I know about it, we're moving forward. I feel like that's better. That comes off as you knew prior. It ain't no secret, and you guys are moving forward with it, as opposed to pretending you didn't know about it and acting like you're the victim. And he's such a piece of shit. Like, but you knew. I just feel like it comes off better as you guys are unanimous and coming as one, to address these situations than as opposed to acting like you didn't know, but then going to tell us in the same breath in the confessional that you did know. So now it's looking like, so why lie? So, I mean, what else is there to say? She said they're just going to have to work on moving forward. And, she's still upset about the Mita situation because Jock's saying it was like years prior, but Mita singing a different tune in regards to that. And Jock was like, well, where's the receipts then? She's saying it was soon. Where are the receipts for that? So Kendra's like, oh, I'm going to have a talk with her. So Jock was like, yeah, you should. Okay. And then if she has receipts, then what? Then what, Jock? Like, are you sure you didn't do nothing prior? Because people save receipts. They do. Listen, I have a friend who got texts of everybody, of everything, years back. I tried to do that, but that was too much memory on my phone, so I had to delete some of that stuff. But listen, people keep receipts, especially if they want to keep it for blackmail purposes. They will keep it. And Jock, I just hope that she don't got no receipts, but because she seemed like all over the place with her dates anyway. But she seems like she gonna still try to mess up your situation you got at home, Jock. So just be careful with that. But Jock said, well, when we got married, you accepted all of me, right? So Kendra says yes. And he's like, okay, well, vice versa. I did the same thing. But Jock, what did Kendra do? Because you didn't explain, you said it as if you were trying to imply like she did something. What did she do, Jock? Nothing? Oh, okay. But that's just your tactic to make it seem like you're not all bad in this? Okay. But anywho, he suggested that they go to counseling, and Kendra said they're going to get through it. Kendra, you already knew about it. You still married the man, so we already know you're going to stick beside him. So this scene kind of just let us know that at least you knew about it prior. But we knew he was going to stick beside him. That's why some people didn't want to tell you, because what difference was it going to make, really? You already knew. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's where episode is, guys. It's just all for the TV show. Whenever I watch shows like these, I always think about Jock's son, his oldest son, when he was like, you're just doing this for the TV show. And he was right. His son was right. This is all for the TV show. Am I still going to watch this? Yes. Am I still going to review this? Yes. But this is all for the TV show, guys. Regardless, I thank and appreciate you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I understand this show is on its way out, but I'm going to still show love on its way out. But please subscribe, please comment, let me know what you guys thought about Kendra revealing that she already knew about this. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm really not surprised, but I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for Love and Hip Hop Miami. Bye.